We are now living in the glory days of KCMO Talk Radio, broadcasting on 100,000 watts of FM power, and that means our next guest, Dave Trabert of the Kansas Policy Institute, has to bring that A game, as he always does. Dave, good morning. Great to have you on KCMO.
Hey, it's good to be here, Pete, and congratulations on the new Power Boost.
Well, it's good for all of us, including you guys. So we are thrilled to have this conversation with you, Dave. And I wish it was, a better topic that we had here. But Kansas Department of Education, a lot of people are going to remember the, I don't know if the gimmick is the right word, but the phrase they used a few years back called Kansans Can. And they rolled it out with great fanfare, and it was about how Kansas would lead the world in the success of each student. I know we've got some new data points that suggest that is not happening, Dave. What are they?
Well, first of all, Pete, it's another way of putting Kansans can would be Einstein's definition. We keep trying to do the same things over and over again, maybe at higher prices, but expecting different results. And it just doesn't happen. ACT results came out last week and showed that Kansas again set a new record low. The composite score fell from 19.9 to 19.4. It's never been that low. College readiness in English, reading, math, and science fell from 21% to 19%. Not even 1 in 5 high school kids are ready to go to college according to their outcomes on ACT in these 4 subjects. This has been a downward trend, and the reason that we connect it to this Kansans Can initiative is that it's been on a downward trend since that was implemented. In 2015, 2016, the Department of Education switched from pushing academic performance to social emotional learning and soft skills. It isn't working. We've gone from 32% college ready to 19% college ready during this latest iteration of let's try this magic solution. It's just not working.
So, and I'm looking at the numbers here, and I'm going to make sure we share this piece from the Sentinel on our social media pages, because you go back to 2015, we were spending about $13,000 per pupil in Kansas, and we had 32% of students college ready per the ACTs at about a 21.9 composite score. Now we're spending $17,000 per pupil in Kansas, and we've gone from 32% college ready with a 21.9 ACT to 19% ready with a 19.4 ACT. If this was a business, any private sector business would fire everybody involved over the last few years, Dave.
That would have happened years ago. You can't. Once you see a trend going, by the time it looks like a trend, it's been there for a while. And this trend has been going down for years, and education officials keep whistling past the cemetery. They come up with excuses. Oh, it was COVID. No, it was on a downward slide long before COVID. They'll come up with, oh, we don't have enough of this money or that. Those are just excuses. Now, you look at state assessment results. This year, there was a small increase. And so the Education Commissioner, Randy Watson, tells the State Board of Education they should be dancing around the Capitol. It's like, you can't make this stuff up. Dance around the Capitol. My goodness. State assessment results, it's on a steady trend downward. Yeah, there was a tiny tip up, but again, we're way below the levels that existed pre-COVID, and those levels were lower than in 2015, the first time this test was given.
It is just, my gosh, that's unbelievable. That is unbelievable.
It just continues to go. We've gone from English language arts, which is reading and writing and composition. In 2015, there were 41% of kids in Kansas proficient. Now there's 33%. there was 21% below grade level. Now 33% are below grade level. These are very definite trends that will not reverse if we keep trying to do the same things over and over again.
All right, Dave Trabert, Kansas Policy Institute. So as you look at this, and we all want as many kids to succeed in Kansas as possible, but with the trends the way they are, and we do have, by the way, I'll add, school board races coming up on the Kansas side of the state line here in just a few short weeks. How do we put all this together, and what should Kansas voters and parents be thinking about right now on that front?
Well, the solutions are out there. It's kind of like follow the science, things like the science of reading. We have a lot of teachers who aren't even prepared to teach the science of reading. They admit that. We need to get back to basics. We need to focus on the, I hate to say it this way, but the 3 R's, the reading, writing, arithmetic that used to prevail. A state audit came out last week that said, it's sending shockwaves through the education system, because this audit said no amount of spending, just give them more money, is going to improve outcomes. Targeted spending could produce outcomes. Well, we've known this for a long time. The Department of Education has an accounting manual guidance that says instruction, direct interaction of teachers and students, is the most important area to focus on. What have school districts done? They've decreased the percentage of spending allocated to instruction to barely 50 cents on the dollar.
Wow.
State laws that are designed to improve outcomes. Money, $500 million last year given to help kids who are considered at risk. Law says spend it this way on incremental, above and beyond services. School districts flat out refuse to do it. They will not follow the law. 2 state audits have confirmed that. Building needs assessment law sets up a procedure in statute where school boards are supposed to go in and basically create strategic plans to reallocate resources and improve outcomes. School superintendents, most of them anyway, will not allow school board members to fulfill their legal obligation. The solutions are out there. It's basically follow the damn law, follow the damn science, and get these kids educated.
And just, I want to make sure that we don't overlook that incredibly important stat that you just shared. Less than 50 cents of every dollar is going into educating students in the classroom in Kansas. Is that right?
Well, I said barely. It's 52.
Okay. No. That's the point. 52 cents of every dollar for education spending is going to the classroom. That's where we want the bulk of the spending to go.
That's where it should go. That's what, everybody knows this is what it's the direct interaction. It's rewarding effective teachers. It's finding more effective teachers.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is there. The roadmap is there, but we have education officials refusing to do it. Now, look, they want kids to be educated, but not if the adults have to change their ways. That's where they draw the line. They will not change their ways. Outcomes are not going to improve until adult behaviors change. And now it's up to the legislature. Legislators have to decide whether they're going to compel compliance, make the adults do their jobs, or they're going to have to accept that we're forever going to have maybe a third of kids below grade level. And we're not talking just about in some of the far-flung parts or the urban centers. Blue Valley, the supposedly best district, has a fifth. 1 in 5 high school students are below grade level in math.
Wow.
Parents aren't supposed to know that. 1 in 5. That's the good part. In Shawnee Mission, it's 40%, 41% below grade level in math in high school. We know this is going on, and the education officials, not teachers, this is management, will not change. So now the public and the legislature has to decide, if you want change, you're going to have to force it, or nothing's going to change. We're going to continue to have this perpetually low achievement.
This is a very important legislative session on the education front coming up early 2024. Dave Trabert, Kansas Policy Institute. Great work, Dave. You sound beautiful on 95.7 FM, as you always do, and we'll be talking to you next week. Well done.
All right, thanks, Pete. Take care.
You as well. Dave Trabert on KCMO Talk Radio.